Now with Bosa, what do you think's going on here? I mean, you know, there's the offset language thing,
Yeah.
and there's the bonus thing, and then a lot of people are saying it's a Charger thing. What do you say, Shawne?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but I went through the same thing too. And mine was more of the injury clause, and if something was to happen, what was guaranteed, what wasn't going to be guaranteed, and I had to listen to my agent. You've been through it, you see how it goes, and I've talked to Joey Bosa before, and he doesn't seem like a guy who doesn't want to play football. He wants to be on the field, and I know he wants to be on the field. I got a chance to speak with him, but it's this injury thing that always seems to find his way to get in the way.
And so, we met him too. He reminded me of Gronk. He's got that's what he's got on the brain, football, and then on the other side of his brain is football, and in his body is football, and his heart is football. That's all he wants to do is play football.
Yeah.
So how's this going to end here? Because I mean, if the Chargers are just basically going to sit there and wait for Bosa to try and come in, and then they want trying to make an example. This thing may run into week one from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's possible, but it really doesn't help either side at this point because Joey Bosa is not doing himself a favor. And I'm speaking for myself. I mean, I had a lot of catching up to do when I got on the field, not just mentally because of the playbook, but, just changing directions in your football movements.
How long how long was your holdout? Do you remember?
I think I didn't come to until we got pads. We were full pads, and we were already in pads Fan Fest. We had the Fan Day. It took a while, and when I got there, I just wasn't in football shape. So it took a while to get my groins, and my lower back was tight, and just all these movements that you have to make in football that I don't care how hard you're working out during the off season, you can never get in that kind of shape. So it's not benefiting any side that he's not there.
So how did your thing resolve itself? You had to give in to what the Chargers wanted, essentially?
I think there was like a partial. I think that we came to an understanding that if something was to happen, there was an injury or that I was cut or whatever the deal was, there was some part of guarantee that was done. I wish that wasn't there because it doesn't make any sense, especially now that everything is slotted. The money's there. That's not a problem. And look, I love playing for the Spanos family. I love the Chargers organization, but at the end of the day, it's business. And if a guy gets hurt, he has to have some kind of comfort level that he's going to be taken care of, that his contract is going to still be guaranteed, and they're not kind of going to dish you off or release you or cut you. And it's just not helping the team because not having Joey Bosa there, it disturbs that whole defense and what John Pagano is trying to put together over there. He's such a big missing piece of their puzzle that they have to change things up in the way they operate right now because he's not in the building.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.